Hello, 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 hello. How are we all doing today? Oh, my face cam is very dark, isn't it? I do have my light on. See, look, hello. Wave my hand in front of my face and make it darker. Do have my light on, but my face cam seems very dark, possibly because of the hoodie. Hello, monster. Stevie, Simulator Gaming. What am I trying to do on this map? There's some bailing to do. There is... Yes. I'm trying to figure out what needs to be done. Yes, there is something that needs to be done straight away. And that is, we need to set off the bail wrapper. So if I can find it... Oh, it's the SLB one, so it might be down here somewhere. Did I already set it? I must have already sold it. Interesting. Oh no, there it is. I need to sell this. And if I go to the shop in Bailing Technology, have I fixed the fire? No, it's gonna stay like that. Let's get Mikhail 991 with a main color of pink. But that can kind of stay where it is for now. Because I think what needs to be done today is some seeding. Yes, I am using keyboard because I couldn't be bothered putting the setting the wheel up today. What definitely needs to be done, I've just noticed, is refueling of the class. I think that's maybe a priority. I think that's almost definitely a priority, actually. Because we need to get a field 28 anyway. How am I today? I am good. What's the man rigid frame pack? It's a man pack that has rigid frame things. Dave with the amazingly useful information as always. Can I refuel from this side of it? Looks like I should be able to. Can I please refuel? This is a... Am I supposed to be over the other side of this? I'm guessing. I'm not even sure what I'm getting stuck on at the moment. I'm really not sure what I was getting stuck on there, so... Okay, this time I'm actively stuck on nothing. Hello, Brad. There we go, we'll just turn that off for now. Let me look. Yeah, this can all get folded up and just brought over into... somewhere where it won't be in the way. Hopefully. Maybe, perhaps. Hello, Scapsicle. Let's get this there. So, I have a question for everybody, and I think you guys know what the question is. Are you guys happy that that we did a multiplayer recording session on Friday night? Because that video was legitimately recorded at about 11 o'clock Friday night. I wasn't kidding when I said it was like 11 o'clock. Where's the baler? Up there by field 45, okay. Yes, 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 yes. Don't expect that to happen every week. That was really just kind of thrown together at the last minute because of reasons. Where exactly am I? Ah, we're quite close to the baler. Don't expect us to have multiplayer every week. You thought I was mad? No, I wasn't mad. But what you didn't see, Louis, was that was about half an hour after we started talking about, oh, well, we'll go record MP, we'll go record MP, we'll go record MP. That was half an hour later. So it's up in the next field over. There we go. Have you all watched it, by the way? Because there was another video of it today. And I think Sim spoke about it in that one. Probably in his own as well. What his plans are for his channel. And why he's not been putting up too many videos of late. Because that is information I think you guys should know. One of these people who thinks that openness is good on YouTube and what is the name of my other channel? A secret. I don't like talking about the other channel here, guys. And for those of you who come over from Sims, because I know there's a few people subscribed this week from, or this weekend from Simulate, my videos are literally just the uncut versions. Although there was a slide added as an extra intro in the first one. Yeah, the other channel in being secret isn't being named, it's being a secret. Yeah, Sim's mega busy. He's it's one of the busier times of year. For whatever reason, around this time of year, biscuit thefts just go through the roof. Biscuits being stolen everywhere. So he's been on the road a lot dealing with biscuit thefts. You didn't know I had another channel? That's kind of the point of it. Hello, the underused. How's my map coming along? I've not touched it in a couple of weeks. I lie, I did a very, very small bit, and I can't remember what I actually did, but I did a very, very small bit the other night. I will start getting back into GE, I promise, but it's just that I'm enjoying my free time at the moment, playing a lot of Elite Dangerous. I'm saving up with my space truck to buy a space bus. Yes, I do actually name my trucks, or my craft, ridiculously. Faye was the culprit. Faye's usually the culprit in biscuit thefts, I'll be honest. But my ships in Elite Dangerous, I have Barbie Girl, because you can name them. I have Barbie Girl, Space Van, which was the original Space FedEx that I've been doing. My current ship is called Space Truck, and I'm saving up for a passenger vessel, which I'll call Space Bus. Because, of course, I name things in the most ridiculous way. Hello, Matt. How are you doing today? Have you slept it all in the last week? Hello, Matt. I don't know why I'm using the Deutz on this. And it is the Rainbow Cave Deutz, 31225. Don't get started on maps. Well, Louis, that was your own fault for giving the map to Eddie. Have I seen the Lancyboi news? I don't think I have, Robin. Usually he tells me these things himself. Elite Dangerous was in your recommended, you get it. Do you value your free time at all, Monster? Because if you don't, get it. It's a game that does not value your time. Hey, what's the news? Because I've not really spoken to him in the last little while. Odds are I already know about it. But I don't know what the latest news that he's officially told people is. Get the gates. Upton failed in testing. That, I'm gonna be honest, isn't a big surprise. Fight off a headache. Surely. Is it hard to change the speed of a tractor in game? No, you just accelerate more. I honestly don't know though. Like, being serious, I don't know. I've never tried it. Yeah. It's typical Giants. I'm gonna be honest here and say it's not down to Giants. He says he won't be re-uploading it. Robin, he says many things. I take almost everything Lancy says with a pinch of salt. Yeah, he actually resubmitted it on Friday. One thing you should know, Robin, and I'm not knocking Lancy here. He's I count him as a friend. He's told me on, I think, 7 or 8 different occasions that Selby was going to be his final map, and that he was done with mapping after Selby. Then he told me, oh no, I've got a new map coming. What was it? Northwind, which is Upton. And then he said, okay, this is going to be the final map. I'm going to be taking a little break after this. I'll be done with mapping for a little while after Upton. I literally said to him, Lancy, I don't believe you. I'll believe you when I see it. He came to me a few weeks ago, and he said, "Oh, hey, I'm working with Dusty Dave on a map." I legitimately said to him, I knew you wouldn't quit, Lancy. It's an addiction and you can't stop. I legitimately said to him, so much for quitting. Every time Lancy says he's quitting or he's not doing something, take it with a pinch of salt, because odds are he's going to do it anyway. He gets into moods where he says, I'm not doing this anymore, and 20 minutes later his mood will change. He'll say, oh, okay, I'll do this now. I'm not knocking him. But I mean, I'm just trying to explain to you guys that every time Lancy says I'm not going to do something, maybe give it some time to actually sink in with him that not doing something actually means he can't, he shouldn't do it, or he's not going to do it. Hey, Sundrop. What's up? Not a whole lot. I'm enjoying my Sunday. Currently grind free. Yeah. That's kind of the downside of mapping, is you get to points where it's a bit of a grind. Which DLC am I looking forward to? The Underused. There is a second story doing the rounds from Sim, in fact. I'd be more inclined to believe Sim's story here. Now, Sim's story about Tom is that he actually said he's quitting mapping and working on Lancyboi until after harvest season, which is coming up soon, until the winter. Because he's got a real job on a real farm and he's kind of busy. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Lancyboi does come out, but it'll be a while off. Because, Tom's got real life to deal with, which is sucky, but yeah. Hello, seeds smell like cheese. I'm not entirely sure what your name is about, but okay. So after Christmas. Possibly. I'm not making any promises on behalf of Tom. I'm not going to make any promises on anybody's behalf. But that's what I've heard. Also, I should probably say this. There might not be a stream on Wednesday. I may go and do something on Wednesday. Haven't quite decided yet. I'm thinking about it. I'll decide probably tomorrow. And if I decide to do the thing that might stop the stream on Wednesday, there'll be an announcement video saying no stream on Wednesday because I'm doing a thing. Has he said anything himself? Sim was telling me he told him, or that Tom told him about the after harvest season thing. The shocking thing here, it's out when it's out. Now if I don't stream on Wednesday, means I'm gonna try and get a stream out on Tuesday if I can. Which would also mean potentially no multiplayer next week. And I'm being intentionally vague. Some people might have figured out what the thing I might do is. Hello, Nick. Some people might have figured out what the thing I might do is. I don't know. If you have, keep stum. Keep it quiet. Suffice it to say, maybe you should take things that I say with a pinch of salt at times. Is it my second birthday? No. But it's something that in the past I said I wouldn't do. Some people, yes, some people know. The mods, by and large, know what the thing I might do on Wednesday is. And as things stand, there won't be a stream on Wednesday. Because you got a girlfriend. How about you get a life, cheeky nuts? Could one of the mods show him the door, please? You have a fine idea of what it is? Well, what's on Wednesday, Tommy, that I might do? Take it with a pinch of salt smartly, then take it to some tea. This is not tea, this is coffee. This is cappuccino. Thank you, Monster Dal. Now, if I do the thing on Wednesday, I might not be able to stream on Thursday because of just exhaustion. Ploughing Championship. It's an interesting thought, Tommy. It's an interesting thought indeed. Why do you think I would go to the ploughing? Considering I've said multiple times in the past that it would involve me getting up when I'm usually going to bed. And be basically a 16, 17, 18 hour day. Hello, Aaron. Like, considering I'm a guy who likes being by himself and being, you know, in a quiet environment, why would I go to the ploughing? That said, I need to find some stuff. I need to dig some stuff out of my room. Because there's some stuff that I would need were I to do the thing on Wednesday. I'm your favourite farmer. You don't know many farmers then, because I'm not a farmer. Hello, Nick. Hello, Vahi. Even. You get a Starbucks frozen caramel coffee. Ew. You hope what I'm saying is true. Robin, I've known Lancy for just over a year, actually, I think. I've been talking to him on and off. And trust me, he changes his mind on things that he says he won't do a lot more than he'd like to admit. Also, I know that pulling the SF-16 HS with the Massey 240 is just a tad unrealistic, but it works. There may be Massey 135s at the ploughing, maybe that's why. Do you know what? That's that's as good a reason as any. That's a good a reason as any, I guess. coffee can go back there. 117 to 116. Go on, Mayo. The last thing I want is Dublin to win something and RTE to harp on it about it for a month and a half again. Whereas if Mayo wins, RTE talk about it today and tomorrow, and then it's done. Just take the cap off and gee, it looks decent. I've not actually tried it yet. Plus, Louis, you know my brain, I'm gonna have a look at it first. And then retexture it probably. And then bring it back into game and retexture it again. It's over. Ah, nuts. That means RTE are gonna harp on for 3 months about Dublin winning the All-Ireland again. See you, Tommy. Enjoy what it is you're going to do. I've nothing against Dublin, by the way. It's just that RTE are horrific. For, do I still have a Discord? Yes! It's discord.me/RainbowDave. I've made myself a custom link. Hello, Tristan. By the way, feel free to join the Discord if you haven't already joined. I tend to cause mayhem in there, but it's fine. Also, I think I've got my text-to-speech disabled. At the moment, hopefully. If you hear Fahy90 said something, then I don't have it disabled, clearly. I've just realised, Fahy, we could have had a multiplayer running joke where you were talking only through text-to-speech in Discord. That would have been beautiful. You find me on Discord? Well, I'm on Discord right now. I'm always logged into Discord, even when I'm not. Always hooked up. And, ooh, I need to do the things tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Can I do some mowing? I don't know if there's any fields that need mowing, Jack. Dave has text-to-speech off. Oh, is Lanny streaming tonight as well? I believe so. Assuming YouTube doesn't break in the meantime. I should say this. Because those of you that are wondering why there was no stream yesterday. YouTube decided to eat itself. I literally couldn't stream. I tried. The entire ingest server was down. In fact, the entire database was down. I couldn't even edit the description and thumbnail and stuff of today's video instead of streaming. So I was kind of just stuck being... Just gonna have to sit here for a while and wait for YouTube to decide to do something. So that's all the baling done. All the baling is completed. Brilliant. Now, as for what, can I even, well, I could mow. Like, there's a lot of stuff that needs moving before I can realistically mow. What I do want to do, however, is move the electric powered deer, apparently. My noodles are repeating on me slightly. Perhaps that many noodles was a bad idea. Oh no, this is the way to the yard that I want to put this in. Hello, Simon. Upton did fail, you just checked. I'll have a word with Lancy. Possibly later tonight, possibly... Actually, I don't know if I can do anything later tonight, actually, because I need to try and record, if I can, 2 videos. Because if I'm doing the thing on Wednesday, it'll basically mean I'll need the entire week's videos ready essentially tomorrow night. What I want to do is inflate my cheeks slightly. I want a zigzag. I want to flip the John Deere slightly, but it's fine, it'll roll back over. Now that we've flipped something, it's an official RainbowDave stream. Yo, farming man, we've done the official flip of the stream. We've made the stream official, guys, it's fine. I could do some mowing, but what I'd like to do instead is... I believe I've got the wrong bale trailer at present. Yes, I do. So we'll sell this. And we'll grab in baling technology. Please tell me I have it enabled. I do. We go 10 meters. With straight ladders. The reason I'm getting these is because I'm incredibly lazy. Look away, look back, and Dave's got a John Deere on the side. Yeah, that was the official flip of the stream, Louis. Because it seems to me that it's not an official RainbowDave stream without at least one tractor falling over at the very least. There have been some unofficial streams from me, by that logic, but meh. Just ignore the fact that I got the deer up on two wheels there. You guys can just choose to ignore that. That's not the... Is this the turnoff I want to take here? It, in fact, is, I believe. Yes, it is. You're in a bad mood now. Reverse the curse for next year, maybe. I don't blame you for being in a bad mood, honestly, TMCC. Yeah, this tractor's a bit odd. This isn't where I want to go. I'm doing badly with my pathfinding today, and like horseplay. Old MacDonald was not playing. I can flip it again when Old MacDonald's playing. This thing is ridiculously easy to flip, so it's fine. It's this way I want to go, yes. This thing is hilariously easy to flip. Because all you have to do is kind of get it looking at a corner and it flips over. So what I want to do is I want to get the bales collected. And I'm not going to do my lazy auto stacking. I'm just going to go do the even lazier auto stacking by auto stacking directly onto the baler, onto the trailer. I have a vague idea where I'm going, which is new. I believe Lancey was putting traffic in this at one point. Do I have traffic turned on? Traffic is on. Clearly he changed his mind again. Or it's only working on a certain stretch of road. Is JCB 53670 a reskin of the in-game New Holland? Do I have the JCB 53670? I do not. I can't tell you, Jack, because I have no idea. You heard Giants favour certain modders. They do, Tom, and they tend to be the better modders, being quite honest. Like Bullet Bill is favoured by Giants. Oxygen David as well. It tends to be the guys that are really seriously good at modding are favoured by Giants. Mainly because Giants know there won't be too many issues from them. Right. That's the trailer connected. You can see what the pink was for now on the McHale, if you had a very, very quick glimpse of it there. So what I'm going to do with John Deere is... I can't remember which fields actually have bales and which ones don't. That one doesn't, this one doesn't, that one over there doesn't. I think it's... Oh, this one over here does. Yeah, this field over here has bales and they're actually going into the yard over there, so that's kind of convenient. I'm going to pop as many bales as we can onto the field here, or out of the field, onto the trailer. Possibly, hopefully, fill the trailer. But it is a known thing that Giants have their favourite modders, and they do tend to be the better guys. That have proven themselves to Giants over time. Lancey is still, in Giants' eyes, a very unproven modder. My eyes, he's good, but there are weaknesses that he has, and they tend to be why he fails. Honestly, he's very good at getting terrain to look beautiful, but it falls a bit. It falls apart a bit when it comes to map functionality at times with Lancey. I've told him, you know, I'll be very open with this. Why don't I use a controller like Landy? Because that would involve me putting in my Xbox controller. Which would be the same problem as the wheel, because I can't be bothered putting either of them in. Also, my Xbox controller is kind of tied up in some junk at the moment, so it's kind of hard to get detangled. But I will get that untangled. Anyways, no, Louis, I spent like a year on my roads. I have learned from my mistakes. Never again. I found a John Deere telehandler mod, but it's got a 3-point front linkage on the back, like a. That's not a real telehandler, is it? There's no actual real life John Deeres that have 3-point linkages. Are there? Can I go up and around here? Kind of, but I'm gonna have to kind of nip into a field, I think. Unless there's a loop that takes me... Ah! Ha ha ha! Just ignore me driving through the cows. This'll work. There's the Merlot multi-farm. Which does, in real life, have a 3-point. But I think that's the only telehandler that does. I think that's the only telehandler slash teleporter, depending on how you want to call it, that does. I just realized I actually need to get the... Yeah, Merlot made one, but I think it is the only one that has a 3-point. Because honestly, there's no real need for a telehandler with a 3-point. Merlot were just a bit insane and decided, hey, look what we can do. It's like me painting things rainbow colors or pink or something. It's just, why did you do that, Dave? Because I can. Or me using the crosshopper. Why'd you do that, Dave? Because I can. It's there. It's a thing I can do. Same logic. The exact same logic. So what I need to do, this is going to be fun, is I need to basically park this tractor with the bales still in auto load. Oh, I can't. I have to unload them there and strap it. No. Oh yeah, I've got X, Y, L. Gonna have them strapped down because I need to come in here with these 9 bales. And here's where the problems begin, because... In fact, there will be no problems, I've just realized. We need to get the Deutz, which is here. And we need to get rid of the bale fork we currently have. Did I already get rid of it? No, I did not. We need to get rid of this bale fork. Because, hopefully in bale technology it's activated. Did I not activate it? It is activated. Fantastic. We're getting the curve fab. Because this is a much better bale spike. And I'm sure people are going to complain about what I'm about to do. Maybe I should make a John Deere telehandler. Maybe I shouldn't, because I'm not very good at mapping. Or at modding vehicles. Every time I try and mod a vehicle, it ends up breaking the vehicle. You're really liking the West Coast series. I'm enjoying that myself. I prefer the Cobra series we've got ongoing in multiplayer, but that's more of a we're chilling out and just playing the game like idiots. than anything else. Right, let's get this over to the shop. Achoo! Shop. I like mapping vehicles too. So I wonder why I chose pink with the McHale. I'm surprised nobody's pointed it out in the stream yet, but yes, that is on Facebook, on CD Models Facebook page. The McHale with Zentro's scriptings for need to change settings, course play. Zentro's color select script because it's nearly October.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave?
Farming Bros, thank you very much for subscribing. You're fabulous. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Kind of surprised that that hasn't been going off more. I think I might need a better GIF than Fabulous Dave Grohl. I think Fabulous Dave Grohl might not be fabulous enough. I might need to find something even more fabulous. Dave does something special in October. Yes, Dave needs to get onto his October project very soon. Dave has a small fleet that he needs to finish for October. Need to find yourself a pink tractor with high horsepower. What I will do is October 1st I will debut the October fleet. I will also zip it up into a zip file. Is there any way of getting the wrapper without having Facebook? Yes, go to the CD Models Facebook page. It's public. You don't need to have Facebook to download, like to go to Facebook pages. But I will on Discord, so here's your incentive to get Discord. Put a link to the zip file containing my October fleet. And it is a fleet. It's not just one or two things. It is a small fleet. Which I don't need permission to release. Even if I wanted to release it, you know, 100% publicly. I've been very smart with how I'm doing this for October. It is a fleet that I can release 100% publicly with 0 permissions. You got the wrapper on the mod hub. TMCC, I would suggest, and actually recommend almost, that you swap out the one that's on the mod hub for the one that is on CD Models Facebook page. Because that's the one that CD Models was originally trying to get onto the mod hub. The Giants kind of got annoyed with him. The wrapper is on the mod hub, yes, I know the wrapper's on the mod hub, but it doesn't have color select. And it's the color select one that I wanted. So the wrapper that I have is not on the mod hub. Also, yes, I am using bales to move bales. Deal with it. These are acting like a bumper right now. I'm using a bale bumper. The bale bumper is bales. Yeah, the link Louis put in is the color selectable one, which honestly is the better McHale because it's what Brian of CD Models originally wanted, and it seems like Giants weren't very happy with the way he was trying to go about it, from what I've heard. There we go. Why did Giants change it? Reasons I'm not going to get into. They didn't like having color selectable wrappers. I'm guessing because of the Coon Pack. I'm guessing they want the Coon Pack to be the only thing officially available for download that has color select. Well, speak of the devil, and they will arrive. Hello, CD Models. Thought I was upping the stream quality to 1080p. I was, and I completely forgot. This Curfab is fantastic. Yeah. Wasn't saying anything bad about you, don't worry. get this up. I don't know where you can actually get this Curfab anymore. I think it's on Mod Hoster. But it used to be on Black Sheep Modding's website before they took all the neat scripted things off it. Which is annoying. You're watching All Ireland. I wasn't. Did I ever ring my bank? Not yet. That's something that I've got planned for either tomorrow or Tuesday. I 100% need to ring them before Wednesday. Especially if I'm doing what I'm half planning on doing. That's not gonna be hard to pick up. That's not gonna be a pain in the behind, is it? So the reason I'm using the Curfab, for anybody wondering. Lots of shouting. I watched the Formula 1 earlier. Lots of frustration for me. I caught the last half hour of the race. I don't know how many laps it was because they'd stopped counting the laps. It turned into a time-limited race, but I watched the last half hour or so. Saw the first corner incident. That was all Vettel's fault. Ferrari are being stupid for blaming Verstappen for Vettel turning into him. The start was a bit crazy. Yeah, that was 100% on Vettel. Like, it was a racing incident, but if anybody's to blame, it was Sebastian Vettel. As much of a Vettel fan as I am, I don't see how anybody could assign blame to Max Verstappen for sure, because he was trying to not hit Sebastian Vettel, who was swerving wildly across the track. I mean, the stewards have just marked it down as a racing incident, which, yeah, that's exactly what it was, but it was all, like, if there was fault to be assigned, Vettel. It was a good race. Good race, but I can't stand the result because I can't stand Lewis Hamilton. Hello, Henry. How are we doing today? I do have a personal vendetta against Lewis Hamilton. I think he's a bit of a prat. Before anybody says, oh, you just didn't like this result because Lewis Hamilton won. You got a vendetta against Lewis Hamilton. Yes, I do. What's the invite thing on Discord? The invite thing? What invite thing? Oh, is it like a button saying create an invite? You don't need to use that. That's if you want to invite people to the Discord yourself. And it should actually, in theory, be switched off, but I think that breaks my Discord me link. Oh, I've got to do a loop to get those 2 bales. Ow! Nope. You know how to use it. You don't need to. You don't need to use the invite button. X, Y, enter. That horn is out of ESU2, isn't it? I think it might actually be, yeah, now that you mention it. Is that a 7R? Yes, that is the 7R by... what's their name? It escapes me right now. Oh. Can't remember. You wanted Alonso to win. Well, in true Alonso fashion, he went out in the first corner. Tech Modding. Thank you, Louis. Tech Mods AS is their official name. They also have an 8R, which is quite good. And they're the people who made the Fent 10 or Fent 1000 series in the mod contest, which wasn't very good compared to their other work. Because I was comparing that to the 7R, which is, I think, their middle-of-the-road tractor. You don't know how to use Discord full stop because you just got it. You'll get used to it very quick, TNCC. Why did Black Sheep take down all their mods and scripts? I have no idea. If I knew, I would tell you. But I will say that most of them are still available on Mod Hoster and your favorite dodgy site of choice. There is a 6R in the works. I did see that. They've got an update coming for the 1000, but it's a real shame it was released in the state that it was. Because if they'd nailed that, then you know they'd probably have a DLC proposal as well. Because their quality of work is just fabulous. And oh, if I park that just the right place so that I can't. Oh, hang on, can I pick? I'm totally not cheating right now. Six Hours by Momo Modding, a friend of theirs. Is there any progress updates on that 6 hour, by the way, Louis? Or like, do they have a Facebook page you can link me to on Discord? Am I looking forward to Black Sheep Modding's map, the old farm streams? No, not really. It's honestly too similar to old streams. It's just strikes me like an edit of old streams. The Lily Forager, yes. That I am looking forward to. You guys know I've got a fascination with trail forage harvesters. And if that's as good as I want it to be, I'll be very, very happy. Admin room, thank you, Louis. I'll be clicking on that after the stream. And before I get... By the way, I'm having Chinese for dinner. What won the mod contest? The log winch, which I haven't actually re-downloaded yet. There's a couple of things that I want to get back down from the contest and I forgot to re-download them. The log winch being one of them, and the Verge Moor, the Bush Hog Moor thing being the other. I haven't downloaded either of them again yet. Just, I guess out of laziness. But that Verge Moor, the mulcher, would be fantastic. Oh yeah, the log winch and Seasons. Seasons won the mod contest overall. The log winch just won the modern... Oh, not again. Yes, because that's how gravity works, game. Chinese takeaway or homemade? Oh, takeaway. We don't do the whole homemade Chinese thing. Hello, Spencer, Tractor Boy Campbell. How are you doing today? Always takeaway with Chinese. Unless, like, was it yesterday? Yes, it was yesterday. Unless there's, it's a stir fry, in which case, oh god, homemade every single time. Because it's just a giant pile of noodles. Hello, VF. Just nothing beats a giant pile of noodles. Right, that's the first load in. There's several more to come. And I'm looking forward to the loading in of the silage bales because it's literally going to be me throwing them. What was the homemade thing that my mother made? My mother makes most things homemade. She makes stir fries and buns and flans. They're a personal favourite of mine. Homemade katsu curry. I've never heard of katsu curry in my life before. This song is boring me. Next. Also, the music is a bit quiet. What's planned for today? Whatever needs to be done. I don't particularly have a plan for today at all, Henry. Just had the nicest pulled pork. Very nice, Dark Phantom. I might have shorter hair, but my taste in music hasn't changed, and this is my jam. Nice, good chugging riff. Chug, 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 chug. It's like chicken curry. I like it. I'll see if I can get my hands on some stuff for it. Or, like, a recipe so that I can at least have a look at what's in it. You always skip this song. This is one that's in the playlist. By the way, I do have certain songs on the playlist that are just in for me to entertain myself. This is one of them. So as much as everybody likes the playlist because it's a good mix of music, there is stuff that is literally just there because I like it. And I don't like much more. I don't like all that many things more than a good heavy guitar riff. Hello to us today. How are we doing today? Oh yes, being followed up by even more guitar goodness. Haha. Kind of tricky to mod it. I can imagine that, yeah, that getting that low poly is going to be a challenge, and I'm gonna guess that you'll be making good use of smooth shading, which, contrary to what some people, I've heard people saying smooth shading adds polys. It doesn't. It's just a shader method within like Blender and like other 3D modeling programs. I've made a few models in the past, and every single time I've used smooth shading because it adds 0 polys and just makes it look a bit smoother. It's a little, tiny little, whoops, trick that is very, very useful. Put the grass back to G now. Oh, what map is Dusty Dave not slacking on today? PC only. I guarantee you, dude, if you use smooth shading in, I'm guessing you use Blender, if you use Maya, I'm guessing they have some sort of smooth shading option as well. If you use smooth shading, it will not add polys, and it'll look a lot smoother. You'll effectively get fake polys added that don't actually exist, but look like they do. And it's how Giants cut their polys down so much. Is clever use of smooth shading and their own files. I'll find out when it hits Giants testing list. Oh, secret map. It's a little tiny trick that is very useful in Blender for sure. I don't know if Maya has it, but Blender, smooth shading is God. Smooth shading is your new god if you use Blender. Hello there, Faye. Mini VF2 says hi. Hello, Mini VF2. Do I reckon Giants are working on FS19? I'm 100% sure of that, in fact. So, no, I don't reckon they are. I know they are. They tend to work on the next game as soon as they release the one previous. So seeing as FS18 has been released, they're almost definitely working on FS19 at this point. In fact, I wouldn't be too surprised if they're working on FS19 since FS15. And I sincerely hope, I have my fingers crossed, that there's going to be some elements of the Spin Tires engine in FS19. Because I'd love to see a weather system where if it rains, the ground, the dirt specifically gets churned into mud. And there's some ground deformation when you plow and cultivate and stuff. Do I know what's in FS19 already? No, I have no clue. Do a belly flop. You've missed me flipping the John Deere twice now. What do I think FS19 will be like? If Giants are lazy, it'll kind of, at first glance, look like a reskin of FS17. If giants are good, it'll be completely different to have a new game engine. That's that's the two options, I think. How's the stream today? Seems smooth enough. Took a little bit to get started, a bit longer than usual though, for YouTube to actually pick it up. But it seems relatively stable since. There's a reason I'm picking up this bale and throwing it at the trailer. Ta-da! X, Y, L, L. I'm using one of the best bale forks for the game, the Kerfab. The game needs a new engine badly. The game does. It really does. It's a 2008 game engine, and in 2018, that's too old. Okay. Just being blunt. The FS08 engine is still in use, and it's too old now. Same happens yesterday as YouTube decided to screw you over. Well, it didn't screw you over as much as it screwed me over, Landy, trust me. Like, at least you got an hour of streaming in the first place. I didn't even get that. I didn't even get to start. That's what I get for being the crash test dummy for the streams for the day, effectively. Is changing the color of a tractor a reskin? Yes. Changing the textures on anything is a reskin. Because you're changing its skin. Hello, O Devlin. O Devlin, O Devlin, where are you, Devlin? Landy, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm still thinking about Wednesday. Right now, it's looking like yes. Looking like I will do the thing. You know me in changing my mind, so things might change again. Better know how to do it then. It's pretty easy. It's only a reskin unless you actually change something about the 3D model. Which I've done in the past. I've changed some minor things. And some minor tweaks. Nice tune. I've got a good mix of music, I think. I do the thing. The thing is, I'm being intentionally vague because I'm not 100% sure of it. I have decided, however, that if I am going to do the thing, I'll be making an announcement video tomorrow. I'm putting it up tomorrow. So that'll be the first video I put up tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So keep an eye out on the channel tomorrow. And if there is an announcement to be made, it'll be up at 5 o'clock. Photoshop elements do the trick. Landy uses Photoshop elements to do his reskins. With whatever reskins he does, he uses Photoshop elements. Don't use GIMP 2.0 because that is atrocious. Yeah, it works. Photoshop Elements works flawlessly for Landy. It doesn't quite have the same options as full-on Photoshop, but it's got enough that you can do a decent enough reskin. Especially with the... you'll need a DDS plugin. Intel TextureWorks is probably the best one out there right now. Because you need a plugin to actually run DDS files in Photoshop. Because it's not as easy as just open it up and go for it straight away. Have I parked this in a really awkward spot? Don't ram the bales, Dave. What's the name again? Intel Texture Works. Just Google Intel DDS plugin. You should find it fairly quickly and easily. Don't knock the bales you just put on, Dave. That would be incredibly... I've just noticed these bales over here kind of... Are they coming on... They are coming unstacked slightly, so let's use the bale bumper. For those of you that are new, yes, I do use things in ways that they weren't exactly supposed to be used, and are not in real life supposed to be used. How many subscribers does Fahy have? 509 last I heard. He broke 500 last night, which is hilarious. 519? He's gained more subscribers today than I have. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, do hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Come on. Yes! Bales can go over here. He's broken 500 and he doesn't even have a video. Fent Power Baby, I do remember you. I tend to remember people with funny names a bit more than people who don't have funny names. And I find Fent Power Baby to be a funny name, so... Yeah, Fahy, you've gained more subs than I have today. This, for some reason, isn't working properly. Oh, it's because I got CSC, which is an older version of the script in. Okay. That kind of sort of makes sense. You reckon Fahy will have 1 million subs by 2050? Now he can make his first video. Easier said than done, Devlin. Fahy doesn't have videos on his channel for a reason. The reason is his internet is hilariously terrible. Like, somebody asked him to stream, and he can... I kid you not, with the multiplayer, he is just running his internet to the... He's running his internet to the absolute limits of what it can actually do. So streaming is completely out of the question for Fahy right now. I got 23 yesterday? Well, yeah, but I got like 3 today. I tend to keep track of my numbers pretty accurately. I think I got like 3 or 4 today. Maybe 5 or 6. Oh, Fahy got 23. That was more than me! Fahy, you get. Your channel's doing better than mine. You don't even have videos. Remember you last saw me, I was at 5,000 over 6 weeks ago. It would have been 5,500, I guess. Upton's not going to be released as a failed testing again. Josh, Lancy says many, many things. I would not expect to see Upton not get released. He said the same thing about Selby on about 4 occasions. He's more liked. I think it's because I tend to do really stupid stuff and Sim subscribers don't necessarily like that. Come on, get into the field. There we go. Do I have this set as round bales? Am I going to the ploughing? Next question, please. What is Lancy? Lancy is the person who made this map. Lancyboi. I might try and reskin the bales from the McHale to have silo tight on them, if I can. Without breaking them, of course. YouTube's changed a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Does he make videos or streams? He does stream occasionally, yes. But he's very much, he does it very much as a hobby. So he doesn't have a schedule at all. Fahy, you might be able to get super chats before you put up any videos. Bunch to post. Yeah, do. Yeah, feel free to share Lancy's channel, guys. Or mods, in particular. Do I like the West Coast? I think it's fantastic. I am really enjoying playing on the West Coast at the moment. Really enjoying playing this map as well. I don't play it as much. He's gonna take it. Yeah, but Dave, you don't do multiplayer with Sin. That's your problem. Here's your problem: is you don't have the simulate effect, where you just gain magic subscribers out of nowhere because simulate. That. Why do I always end up mounting bales? What is it with me and doing exactly that? It's always round bales. I never end up mounting square bales, but the round ones, yep. Onto the tractor it goes. I'm gonna have to make a second trip here. That is not the exit to this field, Dave. The exit to this field is over the other side. Dave is an idiot. Just crash one of Sim streams and get the bad me. I've done that in the past. Why doesn't YouTube use PayPal for super chats? Because PayPal allows for chargebacks. YouTube doesn't like that. I'll jump into 5 digits. I wouldn't. When the digger's out. What? Yeah, Faye's pretty much got the best he can get right now, I believe. Which isn't very good at all. Such as the bane of Irish rural internet. I might do tweak to this trailer. I've passed the turn in. I've passed the turn I wanted to take. I'm going to take the secondary turn, which is a slightly longer route, but it should work fine. Guessing he means black sheep stickers. Yeah, I'd like... Was the diggers out black sheep on it? Yeah, if I knew that, I'd tell you. Because I want those things as well. They look amazing. Mighty 2 megabits per second download. And like 0.05 upload. YouTube Gaming now charged per month. No! Fent Power Baby, you must have seen the sponsor button. That is an optional thing. It's like subscriptions on Twitch. Where if you want, and it's 100% down to you, you can donate a set amount per month decided by YouTube. And what you do, what happens if you do that, is you get a shiny little badge like Fahy and Dusty Dave are sporting. Where's the bloomin' thingamajigger? You get a shiny little badge like Dusty Dave and Fahy have. And your name will turn green if you're not a mod. That's the entirety of the benefits of being a sponsor. I took a wrong turn, I took a second wrong turn, so I just drove through the middle of that field to deal with it. Mini VF's a big tractor. Does anyone know what causes FPS drop on West Coast? Possibly, Tom Thumb, your graphic settings are set too high. Dump your... I think it's load distance of things. It'll keep the game looking almost the same, but the loading distance will just drop down a bit. It helps, especially if you turn down the crop. I think it's crop draw distance. Maybe. Right, people are gonna hate what I'm about to do. But, silage bales. Off
Hello,
you
Dave.
go!
That Dave. There's a...
Jody Maijo, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yes, this is how I'm keeping the silage bales. I don't like stacking around bales, so they just get thrown into a shed. Yeah. He doesn't know anything about my house, guys. He was supposed to come hang out with me about Christmas time, and he just never ended up coming down this way. Yeah. Yeah. This is totally legitimate silage storage, by the way. Totally 100% legitimate. Not at all Dave being a lazy git. And not wanting to stack round bales. I mean, technically they're stacking. This is technically stacking them, right? Nice bale stacking. Plus these are only 0.4 of a ton. It's fine. They're not even 1 ton bales. Let's get some bales over to this side of the shed. Right, that's that done. Hello, Super Dexter Man. Let's get the trailer right here and we can spin it around by the cows here. You can see the manure is piling up nicely. And I may have done a stupid here, because I don't think I can actually make it out. Oh, maybe I can. Without getting the trailer stuck on something. I got it out without getting the trailer stuck on something. Fantastic. Off back to the fields now, and we'll collect up more bales. What I do want to do actually is grab the class. And hopefully I got follow me turned on, because I will want follow me turned on for what I'm about to do. Let's pile them. It's stacking. A stack is a pile. It's just a glorified name for a pile. Right, what I want to do is I want to get this on follow me behind the deer, because I'm going to need to get both of these over to the same rough area. Upton or West Coast? This is Upton. I don't really have a preference between the two maps, honestly. I know you guys prefer West Coast, so... What is Lancy's channel called? Lancyboi. See it, Evan? So this is Upton. I don't... Like, some people think that I'm supposed to have some sort of... like, preference between the two maps that I play. I really don't. I think they're both fantastic maps and they both deserve a spot on the channel. You still prefer Dusty Cove? Unfortunately, Godfather, that puts you in the minority at the moment from what I've been seeing and hearing from Landy. Dusty Cove is just not as popular as it used to be. Upton and West Coast are kind of where it's at right now, although there are some other fantastic maps that just don't get the recognition they deserve. Which is always a shame when there's two But West Coast is definitely... Any other map or Ventonman? Well, it depends what the other map is, Dave. Because Ventonman I do love. Yeah, Dusty Cove is old news. It's kind of lost all its popularity. It's a shame because people seem to be enjoying going through maps like there's no man's like there's no tomorrow at the moment, which kind of doesn't give mappers a chance to shine anymore. Are you asking my preference? I don't have one, being honest. I think they're both great maps and they both deserve to be shown off by people. Right. Where do I want to go here? Field 9 is this way. So I want to generate course for field 9, 5.5 meters, seed some soybeans, current vehicle position automatic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, after the fact. Yeah, Dusty Cove was fantastic considering how quickly it was made. It's better than a lot of maps that have been released. Hello, David Rickard. That's always the thing you have to take into consideration, is how long did a map take to make? Because the West Coast was fabulous, but it took 2 years to make. My map is probably good, I want to say. I don't know what people think about when it's out, but it's taken just over 2 years already to make. And there's still plenty of time left to, or plenty of work to do on it. It's not going to be something that'll be finished in 6 months' time, I don't think. Right, start from the first waypoint, please. Off you go. Wrong course for this, yes. Because this is a seeder, needs fertilizing seeding course. Right, where's the deer? Deer is here. Here's the deer. Says that, but yeah, I still think that was kind of, I don't know. I wasn't too impressed with that. Like, I wasn't going to cover it either way, but wasn't too impressed with it winning the winning the mapping section of the mod contest. And it annoyed me more that maps that literally weren't functional came higher than Dusty Cove. Because there were maps in the contest that were non-functional. And they came higher than Dusty Cove for some reason. Definitely not putting it on console. Why would I put it on console when Giants clearly don't care, Ian? Like, Giants clearly don't care about console players. That's the thing, is if they did, they'd have support for console within GE. They just don't. It took years to build. What took years to build? The map that won the mod contest? Yeah, but it was supposedly an Irish map that had very few actual Irish features in it. But you guys know that I'm incredibly picky with maps, and I'm even more picky when a map claims to be Irish. And I will tell you that was not an Irish map. It was just a map claiming to be Irish. Right, we're gonna pick up these silage bales, and I think that's enough. Well, we need to move the straw bales as well. Yeah, I think that was tactical by a certain someone. Not Daggerwin, but you know who, Dave. I think that was a tactical move by that individual, asking Daggerwin to hold off on Dusty Cove until after the contest. Or maybe insisting upon it. Which, don't think you'd be all that surprised, and I don't think I'd be all that surprised if that was true. I guess that counts, man. The plot thickens. It doesn't really thicken at all. Did I get the wrapper with the colour change? Yes, I did. Dal shared it to my Discord last night, the post, and I immediately got it. Because I always think colour changing wrap is better. I think having options to do whatever you like is better. And I think part of the reason Giants were a bit unimpressed with the colour change being uploaded to Mothhub is because they're trying to sell the Coon DLC. Which the big selling point of that is colour changing wrap. Send a video to Giants. Yeah, I don't think that'll sway them. I don't think that'll sway them into allowing it on the Mothhub because they want to sell the Coon DLC. I'd be impressed if they put it on, but I wouldn't expect it. I'm always cynical when it comes to business stuff. Hello, Francie Lang. Können Sie bitte English sprechen? Gonna see them on the 9th of October. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know why they're protecting it so much. I mean, I get that they want to sell the Coon DLC, but would it not make more sense for them to, you know, lock the script to having the DLC owned? You mentioned something in Landy's stream yesterday about buying them some beer. I think that might work. Maybe some champagne too. And some chocolate. You know, cater to all tastes. Well, with a nice box of chocolates, they might listen to you a bit more. Maybe shove €50 or so into the thing. The wrapper is on console. The one without the colours change script, yes. The one with no, and it can't be because it's script. Microsoft and Sony are angry babies. He's not trying to date them. Yes, but he's trying to convince them of something, and chocolate always helps. Dave, I count Eustace as part of the community. To a certain extent. As much as he doesn't want to come on TeamSpeak for whatever reason. He's kind of, we talk about him a lot. And we're not averse to him. Right, time for some bail hockey again. X, B, Y. Totally legitimate bail movements. I'm stuck. Will I ever do an MP video on Goldcrest? No! Goldcrest is just done, as far as I'm concerned. I did literally a series on Goldcrest, that's enough. Yeah. 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 Totally legitimate bail movements and stacking. Whoa! Can I do that again? Come on, ping off. Do something interesting. No, don't ping in that direction. Realism. Realism. This is realistic. Realistic. Realism. Get a 5-minute look at the West Coast. The most I've done in GE in the last couple of weeks has been retexturing stuff and tinkering with the West Coast a small bit. Yeah, don't don't bug CD models, guys. Easier to chill out, just like everybody else. I'm the only one supposed to be doing work and answering all of the questions. Yeah. Goldcrest has got awful. Yeah, there's some interesting like map making stuff with Goldcrest, but in terms of a full map, it's terrible. Goldcrest for me is just a really useful. This is how things should be done template for map making. Really wish the standard wrap color was black. So do I, but I think in Germany and a lot of other countries the standard wrap color is white, so I can get why Giants did that. White's kind of the more prevalent one around Germany, Italy, Spain. Black's more UK and Ireland because we've got colder climates, which means we need to actually keep the bales warmer. And with black absorbing sunlight, therefore heat, it helps the bales stay at a good temperature a bit longer. Whereas the white lets out heat, which means the bales will cool down a bit. Or like exude their heat a bit more. Joe, I think you're wrong. I think the best map Giants ever made was Hagenstedt. The FS13 default map. That was fantastic. Had a bit of everything, and it, despite having square fields, felt, I don't know, realistic, I guess? I don't know how to describe it. It just feels it felt real-ish. And they tried to do the same with Bjornholm and it didn't quite work. They tried to do the same with... you're with Joe. Interesting. Hello, Sim. You late. How are you doing today? Sim was annoyed because he went on TeamSpeak at 5 AM and nobody else was on. I don't know why you expected people to be on TeamSpeak at 5 AM last night or this morning, Sim. But, yeah. DLC from last year was good. The DLC map? You mean Sosnovka? That is by far the worst map Giants have made. Sosnovka is terrible. It's like empty and just lifeless. If you guys look through the channel, I did have a series on Sosnovka in FS17 where I was doing MP myself, and the map was so bad that I abandoned the series. The map was actually so bad that I just couldn't continue with it. Russia's like that though. Yeah, but Giants tried to give it some life and instead they just kind of sucked all the life out of it. Goldcrest is around us. Goldcrest is a lot like it's a lot like America, I think. I lasted 2 episodes, Landy, because that map was atrocious. The South American map, hopefully it'll last a bit longer than 2 episodes. Because that looks interesting. Sosnovka's quite detailed. Yeah, but you compare that to an Eastern European map, which those guys are insane with the detail. It's just no comparison. Fatio Wall is beautiful compared to Sosnovka. Yeah, Goldcrest I would think is just like a standard Giants map. Hagenstedt and Bjornholm were them raising the bar, and then they kind of dropped it back down a bit for Goldcrest, but it's still better than Westbridge Hills, which just is... It's an okay map, but it's... I don't know, I think that's... Westbridge Hills is a bit lifeless too. Yeah, the big M2 that I downloaded is better than Sosnovka, and that thing was just a heaping pile of... excrement. Yeah, PGR Bruchta is very detailed. A lot of the Eastern European maps you'll find are very, incredibly well detailed. But they just look a bit grungier than most people would want to play. I haven't actually looked at PGR Bruchta, but that's definitely an Eastern European sounding map. Ian, the Giants will never come out with 3 maps in a game. I mean, I say that, and FS17 is going to end up with 3 Giants maps, but it's designed for old small Ursus tractors. Ooh! That might be a map I have a look at for streams then, because I do like using small equipment. It's Polish. I thought as much. I thought it was Polish, Rafal. T5 would be too... Oh, that's sounding more and more like the kind of map that I want to play. I might have to give PGR Bruchta a download. I know Daggerwin's on at the moment, but I might do that in streams. It sounds like the kind of map that I'd like. With small equipment, small vehicles, small everything. A chance to use the 240 in anger. And FS13 used to play MiG. That's out again, isn't it, for FS17? Like, some maps just keep going well beyond the time where they stop being interesting. I think the MiG map is one of them, and I think, much to many people's annoyance, Spring Hill is one of them as well. It has big fields. Oh. See, now I'm less interested in it. Because Sim knows what kind of maps that I like, and I like maps that have interesting fields. Interesting and occasionally quite small. Because I want a map, I want to find a map where I can use the smallest equipment. Where like the biggest tractor I'd get would be... Let's have a look at what the tractors are here. Like the biggest tractor I want to get would actually be the T5 or maybe the Forterra at 100. Well, no, the T6 would be kind of maxing out. We had a map like that. Like that's the kind of map that I'd like to find. Is a map where the T6 is the biggest thing you'd really want to play it in a sane way. So that I can use stuff that's decidedly smaller than a T6. Here, Drayton's quite a small farm. Ah! I need to go looking for a small map, I think. Just for streams, because it will be a stream-only map, but I'd like to find one for myself. Start off with the biggest equipment in all fields. Oh, it's that kind of map. See, now I've decided entirely against it because I hate mappers that do that. Because here's a question for you guys. As players, I'm speaking from the point of view of somebody making a map. As players, why do you want maps that you start off with all of the fields and the biggest equipment? Because there's no progression there. There's no room to progress. You start off with the biggest stuff and everything. Well, that's kind of the end game. Why would anybody want to start in the end game? I'd like to start with small stuff and work my way up. And have the achievement of buying new fields and stuff. I know that I did buy all the fields in Selby before, but that was for testing reasons. Like here I'm working my way up with the fields, and West Coast the same. I don't get why people want maps that start you off with everything and start you off in the end game. Because to me that defeats the entire purpose of playing a map. You heard my mother sees. Yeah, she's got a bit of a cough. Yeah, they have to get their map done and ready for the next map. Drayton, wasn't that... Isn't that a Tom X55 map that somebody converted? Oh, it's the one, a small map. I know which one you're on about. Le Petit Dumont. I'll have a word with Mark about that. I do that. I start off with the biggest equipment and don't allow myself room to progress. Very rarely. I started out with a quick... Oh, Chris 7710. I don't like his maps. They're kind of dull. The reason that I don't generally change vehicles on a map at the moment is because by the time it gets to the point where I'm wanting to change vehicles, people are already bored of the map. So there's no real point. You jam back in FS11. Well, yeah, that's a bit of a red... Oh dear. Red flag to me when I hear somebody talking about the map being in FS11. Right. His maps were good in like FS11 and FS13, but kind of the FS15 maps just kind of got a bit boring. I've got the feeling Sim wasn't supposed to type that. That was dirty. Oh, are you in Elite again? Good lord. Sim has an unhealthy addiction with Elite. Says the person who spent 5 minutes in real time being bored, waiting for a ship to arrive last night, and then decided to come out of the game instead. Can't beat the Sunday stream. There's something nice about Sunday streams. I wanted this to be West Coast, but because YouTube wouldn't let me stream yesterday, I decided to just move Upton to today. You won't say anything about Orchard. Orchard, though, you converted well. A lot of people who convert maps tend to just kind of convert them and leave them as was. Like, there's a difference between a map that's converted well, like Orchard, and a map that's lazily converted, like Spring Hill 90% of the time. Because when somebody actually cares about the map, it's done well. And the new features are kind of integrated in a way that somewhat makes sense. Whereas if it's just kind of converted for the sake of converting, like 90% of Spring Hills, then you get stuff that's just kind of thrown in willy-nilly and it doesn't make sense whatsoever. Cobra's the only map you can get into in FS17. Try the West Coast, Joe. Assuming you're not on console. Okay. Tom, I wish ARM team would actually update the textures on absolutely everything they do, because that is by far and away the weakest part of every single one of their mods. And it lets them down to an astonishing degree. To the point where I'm on the fence about whether or not ARM team are a mod team worth even looking at anymore. Because everything they've brought out, the textures are middling to bad. And they used to be fantastic. But the Merlot needs to die. Or get a complete overhaul. Because, I mean, it just... If ARM team did a complete overhaul in their mods, they'd look fantastic and they'd work fantastic. Now they just kind of work well and, for the most part, look eh. How am I today? I am good. I've got a busy couple of days ahead of me. So I'm going to prepare as if I'm doing something Wednesday. I think I've made my mind up. I think I've made the decision. So, well, yeah, I've decided what the plan for Wednesday is for me. Expect a video tomorrow at 5 o'clock to explain what's happening. Some people are going to be very... well, everybody's going to be surprised by it. I'm sure of that. Where's my spit guard thing on the mic? You mean my pop filter? You see this black thing that you're seeing at the bottom of the mic here? I'm going to just move it, so expect a lot of noise here. This black thing is a sponge, effectively, and it's acting as a pop filter for the mic. I can't actually move it because it's jammed on so hard. It's not supposed to fit on there, but I made it fit. We need a decent American map, like Oregon. On console, I tend to agree with you there, yeah. Expect a video tomorrow explaining what's happening. Yes, please actually be sat down when you watch that, because Landy knows what the deal is. Because yes, I am doing the thing on Wednesday. You freaking got your cardboard WWE box for your mic. That's awesome, dude. Can I have it? You'll be laying down. It'll be at 5 PM, guys, not 5 AM. Suffice it to say, there won't be a stream on Wednesday. The Thursday stream is a bit up in the air as well, depending on how I feel. But I think when you find out what it is that's happening on Wednesday, some of you will be completely fine with that. It's not for studio mics. Oh! You'll be going to bed. Landy, I think we found somebody that's actually lazier than I am. Godfather of Contracting, I think you might actually be lazier than me. Also, for the benefit of Landy, odds are I'll be going to bed early Tuesday night. As in, so early I won't be on TeamSpeak at all. Possibly even tonight. Actually, tonight would be a good idea to go to bed early because I want to get... I'm going to have to try and get all the videos for the week done tomorrow. So that's going to be a fun bulk record. What gave me that impression? What gave me what impression? That you'd be interested in whether or not I'm on TeamSpeak? I don't know. The fact that I'm always on TeamSpeak. And it's kind of surprising that I wouldn't be. Considering I've been on every night for the last, what, 6 months or so? Every night that TeamSpeak's actually been up. Which is less and less now. Thank you, Nitrado, for providing us solid service. The fact that I'll be going to bed early. What, tonight? Because I was tired at 2 o'clock this morning and decided to start watching Game of Thrones, which was a terrible idea. And didn't sleep particularly well after that. So I probably will go to bed early and get up early-ish tomorrow to work my behind off on videos. Got the complete wrong end of the stick. Oh, I don't know what you're trying to talk about. I always get the wrong end of the stick. Oh, this is what TeamSpeak's like on a nightly basis, except with more swearing. Is Landy says something, and I get the wrong end of the stick, or Silver gets the wrong end of the stick, and then it ends up as a 5-minute discussion of why I've got the wrong end of the stick. I'm guessing you mean what? I'm guessing the correct end of the stick is what makes me think I'll actually end up going to bed early as opposed to just staying up until 6 AM again. The fact that I've decided this already, and it will happen because I need to sort my sleeping pattern over the course of 2 days so that I can get up when I need to get up on Wednesday. What do I think of removable hedges? I don't like them. I don't like the way that they work. It just doesn't make sense. I'm still very much at the wrong end. Oh, would you care to explain then, Mr. Landy Kid? Because I'm never going to figure it out, and you know it. Again, this is what TeamSpeak's like, is that... Yeah, Landy's gonna be on Oregon in, what, 15 minutes or so. Also, Landy, you should probably, perhaps, consider getting ready for your own stream. Tell me later in TeamSpeak. Okay then. That works. Still need to record tomorrow's video, actually, so I'm gonna do that pretty much immediately after the stream today. So, it'll be a clicky video, because I'm actually going to rush it so much that I'm not going to bother plugging in my wheel and stuff, because that'll mean having to set up. Because I need to get that done ASAP. Assuming takeaway will be a little bit. I need to get that done as soon as is humanly possible. So that I can potentially record Tuesday's video tonight as well. Hello, Dan. Yeah. This is quite a lot of straw. I think I might have made too many straw bales. I'm just going out on a limb here and saying I might have made too many straw bales. Okay, those bales can fall because I need to... Is there a sell point here? There's not a sell... Dang it, Lancy! What I'm having from takeaway? Probably chicken curry. Here's the thing, when we get Chinese, I don't actually know what I'm getting until it arrives. It's going to be a chicken curry of some description, more than likely. I don't know if it's going to be Thai green or Cantonese style, I guess. Whatever the other style chicken curry you can get from a Chinese is. There's a reason I'm throwing these bales back onto the trailer, by the way. I'm not just being stupid and doing this for the sake of it. Because these bales, along with the bales that are still in the field, are going to get sold off. Will Landy be live tonight? Yes. Chicken and broccoli is your go-to. From a Chinese! I like my Thai green chicken curry, thank you very much. Something delicious about Thai curries. I think it's the fact that there's actually a very delicate balance of flavours between like being sweet and being spicy. Did I have a pot noodle for breakfast? No. I did have noodles for breakfast though. Hilariously, I never get noodles from Chinese. The one place that you'd expect me to get noodles, I never get noodles from Chinese. I always get fried rice. Roast pork curry for you, very nice. It's almost always something to do with chicken, because granted, I know it's not always chicken, but I don't know, there's something nice about the Chinese chicken. I'm also one of these people who doesn't do the whole vegetables in a curry thing, so it's literally just chicken and curry sauce. Thai red? Louis, that's the weakest of all the Thai curries. Thai green's where it's at. Sweet and sour is nice. Chow mein is also nice. I thought I had bad breakfast. Faye, you had roast lamb for breakfast? Well, I'm imagining just a plate of chicken and broccoli. Like, I'm probably getting it wrong. So, yeah. Because I couldn't imagine anybody actually ordering just a plate of chicken and broccoli with boiled rice. Because that'll probably be the most bland thing in the world. Chicken, broccoli, and boiled rice. I think I may have found the world's most bland flavor combination. Breakfast slash lunch slash dinner. Well, my breakfast slash lunch was 2 packs of super noodles. From Tesco, because they're the cheap super noodles. Right, let's pick up these bales. We'll get these sold off. It's covered in Chinese brown sauce. Do you mean oyster sauce? Or soy sauce? Even. And, ooh. It's got liquid in it still. Do you mean like soy sauce? Or oyster sauce? Because they're both brown. Leftover pizza. Leftover pizza is best breakfast. What's my favorite breakfast? A jumbo breakfast roll. Literally the least healthy breakfast possible. Is super noodles just noodles? Super noodles is just noodles. It's hyper noodles or ultra noodles have stuff that I've also thrown in, which is usually literally every spice I can find in the kitchen. And the ultra or hyper depends on how many spices I actually manage to find and how bad it is. Ultra noodles are incredibly spicy and wake me up and have me sweating. Hyper noodles I can just about eat. They're just about edible. So let's get this sold off and we can actually get onto something else. I'm not sure what. I haven't had a breakfast roll in I don't remember how long. I've just thought there is silage over at the BGA. I might go over to the BGA and see if the silage is ready. You're off. Alright, Landy Kid. I know that means you'll be live in about 5 minutes. Where am I going here? Yeah, we're continuing on down this road. I can't remember the last time I had a breakfast roll, actually. The ingredient command, awesome. Put it at the end, monster, you know what to do. Hoisin duck for free. Oh, that's delicious. Was it crispy hoisin duck? Lily, forage harvester, would drive person nuts. Yeah. I'm the kind of person that goes nuts at the lack of trail foragers and farm sim. Oh, X, Y. Ta-da! Let's grab the aggro star. And I'm gonna teleport up there just for ease. Yes, I didn't teleport into anything for once. TARDIS teleport. Possibly one of the most useful mods in the game. %55 fermented. Okay, so we can't sell silage today. We could, however, sell off some crops. Which I think I will do. And I think just for funsies we'll use the 240. As hilariously slow as this is. Actually, no, we'll use the 698. I haven't used that yet today. We'll just teleport this in field 40 real quick, just to save a bit of time. Chunk. Yeah, looking at it compared to 698, I think the 240 is a bit missized. Just as a thought. McAfee is scanning itself. Wonderful. That is correct, Dad. To be fair, anything if you put it in between bread, it's a sandwich. So we need to get to the farm side. What's the quickest way from here? Is going to be this direction. What is the current price for barley like? We got a buttload of barley. It is 725 at the sell point. Which is... Oh, the other side of the... Lancey, you evil, evil man. You can make a spaghetti sandwich. A soup sandwich is called croutons, is it not? And technically you can put soup in between two slices of bread. Technically. What's my favourite meal for tea? Chicken curry, actually. Or spaghetti bolognese. One of the two. So we'll get one load done. Hopefully. You can make a milk sandwich. Is French toast technically a sandwich? Because I mean, it's one slice of bread, yes. But there is egg in the bread. So does that technically make it a sandwich? A one slice sandwich? Because there's egg inside the bread and outside. Faye, you have an unhealthy obsession with cheese toasties. Like, that is actually unhealthy at this point. Not sure that's how it works, Lancey. When will Upton be released for PC? There's people claiming that Lancey's decided to not upload it at all now, but I doubt that. The actual answer, Terrence, is I don't know. When it's ready. Lanny's live now. I do want to sell this, so I'm going to continue until I've got this sold. Actually, no, I'm going to just pull over here and I can sell this at the start of Tuesday's video. Oh, god dang it! I was wondering why there were gaps. I hate courseplay sometimes. I hate courseplay. I'm gonna leave the stream here because I'm frustrated with courseplay again. Just gonna look at this hedge. Look at how beautiful this hedge is. I'm gonna leave it here. Monster, you can start spamming away. Landy is gonna be live in about 2 minutes. Thereabouts. But I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna hop over to the West Coast and record for tomorrow. Hopefully record for Tuesday as well on Upton. But I'll leave it here. I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Upton. Monster is currently spamming the living crap out of the link to today's video, which was Multiplayer Simulator in Fahy, so you might want to go check that out if you haven't already. Tomorrow we'll be on Upton, or West Coast, for a video. Tuesday will be Upton, Wednesday West Coast, Thursday will be Upton, Friday will be West Coast, Saturday and Sunday, I have no idea. I meant to take that command away. That mod list is out of date. But I am going to leave it here. I'll leave it by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Upton. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.